Hey everyone, it's John here from MCKAY, back with another video, and this video is on the Edmonton Oilers and why I believe they could win the Stanley Cup in 2023. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. I hope you hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Man, I think the Oilers, I think they're right there. And the funny part is, I think they're going to be competing in the playoffs, maybe in the first round, with a team like the Flames or Canucks. I think we're going to see Canadian battles, and even on the east side, I mean, Battle of Ontario is coming alive, and even though the offseason was a little bumpy for the Calgary Flames, I think the Battle of Alberta will still be bumping, and the Canucks are right there too. So Edmonton, I think the big thing here is goaltending, and I think they've solidified it, or at least close to solidifying it. I think Jack Campbell is a risk in some perspectives, but I think when Campbell's on the top of his game, I think he can be a really good goaltender. And I think Stuart Skinner I've been high on. I think as Skinner keeps developing, I think that tandem's going to be really solid. The defense, definitely better than people give it credit for. I think the big wild card for this defense group is Broberg. If Broberg can come in and play a pretty solid role for Edmonton, then there's less worry for that left side. Right side right now, Bouchard, Ceci, Barry, that will probably be the start unless they make a trade. But yeah, like the left side, if Broberg can step in, that would be huge. And the forward group, I think they have so much depth. I'm looking for more from Puljujarvi this year, but even outside of Puljujarvi, I think Hyman, McDavid, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Vander Kane, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, like that's a really solid top six. We know that. Even if you slide down Nuge, whether it's McLeod, Holloway getting an opportunity, I think they have a lot of options in this team. I think solidifying the penalty kill is huge. I also think when it comes down to it, if you're playing a team like Colorado now you don't have that matchup nightmare in Kadri. Even though that, like, Kadri obviously went down, and I think the situation is, can Edmonton still beat a Colorado without Cat? Like, I think Colorado, Calgary, and I mean, depending on the situation, but if Vegas gets healthy for the playoffs, like these are some of the biggest threats for Edmonton potentially in the playoffs or matchups. But I think Edmonton can do it. I really think if they can avoid a team like Colorado, if any other team could beat Colorado, or if Edmonton could do it themselves, like I really don't see many teams stopping them on the way to the Cup final. If McDavid and Draisaitl do close to what they, like Draisaitl was on one leg and he did what he did in the playoffs. So if McDavid and Draisaitl can do what they do, and the surrounding core can be above mediocre, and they can have good goaltending, I think this team's going to go a couple rounds again. And I really think if they can avoid Colorado or find some way, they could be Cup final bound. And then obviously it just depends on who they face at that point. But again, I'm not writing off other teams. I'm just saying I have confidence in Edmonton, and I want to make that clear because some people like think. I mean, I'm hard on the Oilers and Leafs. I would say pretty equally. Obviously, the Leafs for me maybe get me a little more amped, obviously, but I watched the Oilers a lot growing up, and I've always had a soft spot for the Oilers. Some fans get on my nerves sometimes. Same thing with Leaf fans. There's Leaf fans that get on my nerves, but I think the biggest thing with the Oilers for me is if McDavid and Draisaitl are at the top of their game, literally everyone else around them just needs to be mediocre or above mediocre, and they're going to go probably a couple rounds. Like, yeah. And I think the thing I'll end it with on this video is win it for Ben. I mean, that situation, so sad, so young, and it's just, it's honestly, I talked a little bit about it. I hope if anything, if the Oilers like to win this year, I hope they win it for Ben. If that's the case, win it for Ben. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit the notification bell. I really appreciate all the support, and give me your thoughts. If you think the Oilers could win the Cup or go on another deep run, I think they have another run in them. I think they have another few runs in them with the McDavid and Draisaitl era. So, to me, unless they really crap the bed, it's a matter of when, not if this core gets a cup. So, we'll see when. We'll see when the Oilers win the Cup. Let me know in the comments. Cheers, guys.